Hey guys, I'm meteorologist Chris Tomer. This is the On the Snow Before You Go forecast, and it's going to be a great week for the West. Let's just take a look at the big picture here. This is the satellite and infrared satellite over the Pacific, and I'll explain the storm track. Great weekend, powder weekend for the West on tap here. So what you're looking at is two low pressures remaining. A minor one that is going to slide through southern Utah and into Colorado with just light accumulations, but basically what the first and this storm system have done is establish the storm track, push the high pressure away, and now we've got the main event, the low up there in the Pacific Northwest. That will slide down the storm track and become a major storm system for Utah and Colorado with 1 to 2 feet on the way at a lot of ski areas that have been just yearning for snow and bone dry for so long. Also notice the low out around Hawaii. That becomes a very important storm system and set up for next week. In fact, we could see an atmospheric river set up across the west coast, and then that storm breaks loose into the Intermountain West next week. So just wanted to give you a heads up on that. But it is going to be a very good weekend for the West. Let me show you my spider chart. Odds for best snow. You look at this, you immediately know where some of the best snow is going to be over the next 5 days. And because of the storm track, because of these lows moving through, especially the second one here, look at the lock for snow. It is really good in Colorado. It is good. It's great in Utah. Some degree in northern New Mexico. Those are going to be the prime areas. Then, if you look to the Pacific Northwest, all the action hitting up there throughout the course of the weekend with that next storm coming out of Hawaii. I think it looks outstanding for the Pacific Northwest, for Baker down to Timberline, to Bachelor, to Rainier, to Stevens Pass, to Whistler Blackcomb. I think those areas will be exceptional by the time we get to this weekend. So that gives you a quick view. Let's look at the future position of where this snow is going to be. All right, so let me track this. There's a small storm, like I said, that little low moving into Colorado right now. It's got some very light snow for Colorado, another 1 to 3 out of this. And this is the view tonight into Thursday morning. And there's a little bit of snow in Wyoming as well. But all eyes on what's coming down the pipeline across the west coast. Look at the snow. This is Thursday morning sliding down through the Sierra. That is the storm. And then it begins to spin up as a stronger low pressure in Colorado. You can see that happening. So this is Thursday night. There's Friday morning. Look at that, 991. Good snow coming out of the Wasatch Thursday night into Friday morning, and then it's kind of over there with just lingering snow. And then it becomes a Colorado storm. You can see it right there. This is Friday morning. So that snow slides out of the mountains during Friday afternoon, and then it's gone. It basically dries up by Saturday morning. So Thursday, Friday are the two peak days for this storm in Utah and Colorado, and then it's gone. And then we refocus and look at the Pacific Northwest. So there it comes. That's that low I pointed out. And that's going to be I think that's even qualifies as a moderate atmospheric river. I was looking at some of the data on this, and there could be some big totals up there. That's why I like the Pacific Northwest this weekend, and even parts of BC and the Banff area. All right, and then that low drops south, and look what it does potentially by late Sunday into Monday. Look at the Sierra. The jet gets involved. You've got a strong influx of water vapor transport, integrated water vapor transport, as it's called, IVT. And you could just, look at the deep blues over the Sierra Monday, Tuesday, potentially into Wednesday morning before that storm exits and becomes an important storm for the Intermountain West. Look at the snow. So this is late Tuesday. There's Wednesday morning right there. That snow moving from Utah. I'm just kind of backing it up out of the Tetons and into Colorado. So there is something to look forward to next week as well. Here's what I'm thinking about as far as totals between today and the 12th. So running through the 12th, 1 to 2 feet, Utah, Colorado, and just moderate amounts up in Wyoming and into Montana. Better amounts, though, up around Schweitzer, Whitefish. You can see the numbers up there in Fernie and BC and western Alberta. About a foot between now and the 12th, between now and Sunday. And look at that, 2, 3, 4 feet up there in the Pacific Northwest as that moderate intensity atmospheric river sets up in that area, and then just starts to clip Shasta by the 12th, and it really gets heavy beyond the 12th down in Tahoe, down in the Mammoth area, and then of course that storm would be moving inland. So lots to look forward to. So that's the west. Let's look at the northeast. The Northeast, there's some small areas of light snow moving through, and then one larger storm over the period, but it starts as rain before it goes over to snow. So I'm only looking at light amounts of accumulation here through Mount Snow up to Jay Peak over to Sunday River and Mount Washington. So not the best of periods. At least there's some snow in the forecast, and a little bonus material right here. Here's my snow plume forecast for Crested Butte, one of the places I would choose in my Tomer's Take, which I outlined in the actual article. If I was looking at Utah and Colorado between Thursday and Friday, you could ski Aspen Snowmass, Crested Butte, Silverton, Wolf Creek, Telluride. Those are some of the places I would focus on in Colorado. In Utah, I'd focus on the Wasatch, obviously, but even Brian Head. I think all those places end up with at least a foot, if not more. So there you go. And then, of course, next week between the 15th and the 16th, the numbers start to go up with that next storm. So there you go. Always appreciate you tuning in here for these On the Snow, Snow Before You Go forecasts. Enjoy the powder across the West this weekend.